together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we get a full baseball slate to go over, so we're not going to waste too much time here. Sorry for the late start. Audio mix-ups backstage. That was fun. But a quick recap of yesterday, and we'll head into today. Baseball went 2-1 for me, up 0.6 units. I thought it was potentially going to be a 3-0 sweep, but the offense completely died in the second half of that game. I had 4 runs in the first 3 innings, and that game couldn't get the over 7, so that was fun. So Houston team total over 3.5 was a winner. The full game over 7 was a loser. San Diego and San Fran, there was a run in the top of the first inning, and that was it for the first 5. So the first 5 under 3.5, low number, still really no sweat. So that was a nice little winner there. That full game would have gone under the first 5, 3.5. So that's always nice. In the NFL last night, the only thing that went wrong was the Buccaneers. +5 and +190 were losers. It is what it is. The first half under, the full game under, both came through. LA, first half under, full game under, came through. And I had the Rams +8.5 as a second leg of a teaser that I posted on Twitter, and that cashed. So overall, 5-2 yesterday in the NFL, up 2.41 units, 7-3 overall, up 3.01 units. So a very nice, profitable day yesterday. 17-5, by the way, 17-5. If you back the first half and the full game unders in primetime games, I have already bets first half, full game under for Detroit and Green Bay for Thursday night, and I got that at a 21.5 and a 45.5. I also bet the under in the Jets game on Sunday night, 42.5. I have a feeling that's going to go even lower by the time kickoff comes there. But overall, good. What about you, Tim?
Yeah, I think we didn't have any baseball up yesterday. We only had the 3 football plays that went 2-1. Unfortunately, what else do we have? No, that was from the day before. Unfortunately, Tampa Bay didn't hit, which means my contest picks this week went 0-5. Yeah, I've kind of just screwed myself over in that one. Went 0-3 on what do you call it? On the Pub Hub. So just a disgusting, embarrassing week. 2-1 yesterday. Both unders hit. Tampa Bay was a loser. It is what it is. We move on. Got some WNBA playoffs. Preseason hockey. I'm taking the Sabres puck line. I believe Darlene Thompson and Tucker are all playing today. So gonna grab them. But we got some baseball with some actually more games that are interesting than we think. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll get right into it. We have no chat, so we'll get right into it here. The Cincinnati Reds are at the Cleveland Guardians. The Reds are -105 favorites with a total of 7.5 in this game. Let's get into the line history in the spot. Let's find it. Giolito and Green. This line opened up at 106, or -107 for the Reds. It did get up to +105 last night before it's come back all the way to a -106. So a 1 cent line movement towards the Guardians here. The line opened up at an 8. It's down to a 7.5. So a line move towards this under and a line move towards the Guardians. Maybe expecting Lucas Giolito to pitch well in this game, which is kind of interesting here. He has been a little bit better as of late. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game, where we have 59% of the tickets and 61% of the cash is on the under. 66% of the tickets, 79% of the cash is on the Reds, and the line has moved slightly towards these Guardians. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal here, see what type of hitting conditions we have in in Cleveland today, as we have two stadiums with positive, but that is both games of the doubleheader between Colorado and the Dodgers. Every other stadium is 0% or lower. So a lot of unders for the last week or so of the season. We have here Cleveland at a minus 5% overall runs, minus 5% home runs, plus 3% doubles, triples, minus 5% singles. And these pitchers have actually been really good. Hunter Green, 1.5 ERA, 0.75 whip, 13.13 strikeouts per nine, which is 38%, 2.63 walks per nine, a 200 BABIP, a 2.55 FIP, and a 2.72 CR. On the flip side, Lucas Giolito, his ERA looks ugly, but all of his other numbers look decent. 6.11 ERA, but a 1.21 whip, 11.57 strikeouts per nine, which is 31%, 3.54 walks per nine, a 213 BABIP, a 6.51 FIP, but a 3.73 SIERA. Bullpen advantage going towards these Guardians, 4.08 and FIP, and a 4.11 SIERA compared to 4.73 and 4.72. Hitting advantage does go towards the Guardians, 96 WRC plus, which is 17th, compared to 89, which is 21st. I kind of think the under is a decent look in this game. And the only thing you'll have to do is trust Lucas Giolito, which I think when you look at his advanced analytics, should be pitching better. And I'm kind of interested in this first five under here in the spot, first five under 4 in this Guardians game at minus 104. I'm going to move on that here. First five under 4 for me here between Reds and Guardians. Both teams are not hitting particularly well.
I got you. This one was pretty simple for me. And actually, you know what? We'll give a quick congratulations. Jordan Lyles is no longer the least profitable pitcher in baseball. He's no longer the second least profitable pitcher in baseball. He's down to third. So, hey, He's moving up in the world because Giolito and Sandoval both passed him. Giolito is now your least profitable pitcher in baseball this year. The teams that he played on, which is half the league, are 9-22 when he pitches, and you're down 13.5 units. He's one of the 4 pitchers that are down at least 10 units if you bet him every single game. Schultens is getting up there. You got to give him more starts in order to do that. But Giolito has just been really, really bad this year. And when it comes to it, I know that the teams that he's pitched on has lost 8 out of their last 10 games. And I look at the scores of the 2 games that they won. It was when they put up 12 when Cleveland put up 12 runs against Texas, and then when the Angels put up 7 runs against the Giants. Oh, sorry, they lost that game. Oh no, Lucas Giolito got the win. And they put up 4 runs early because I remember we bet against Giolito that game and it didn't work out. But I'm fading Lucas Giolito at all costs. I'm grabbing the Reds. We look at the Reds real quick. They are still in the playoff hunt. They are 2.5 games back for that 3rd wild card spot. They would still have to jump Miami. Elimination number of 4. We could possibly be getting 2 eliminations today for the wild card. But when it comes to it, I want to go after the Reds in this game.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in the side. But yeah.
That's
I like the under.
Yo. What's up, Joe? WNBA today. I'll be honest. I laid chalk with both games. Liberty coming off of getting blown out game 1, and it doesn't matter. It's Vegas. Yes, sir. What's up, Justin? Stacks Pod. Cubs first 5. I like it. What's good, North Ender? Reds first 5. Yep. Sounds good. We'll move up to this game.
Yeah. The Orioles are minus 235 favorites, total 7.5. Go for it, Tim. I'm gonna say I'm not interested. You're gonna say Orioles run line, and we're gonna move on, right?
I want to, but it's very tough for me to go against Josiah Gray and the Nationals on the road. I just think I think I'm priced out of this one actually. I don't think I can bet the Orioles
Minus
today.
110 for the run line.
Oh, okay, maybe not. Never mind. Yeah, Orioles run line. I'm just gonna keep backing them. I will say I'll back them until they clinch the division. Until then, I'll back them until then. After that, I'll leave off of them until the playoffs. Which currently their lucky number is 4 for the last 6 games of the year. In order for them to not make the playoffs or not win the division, Tampa Bay would have to at least win 4 out of their last 6, and they would have to pretty much lose out. So they got a nice hold on it. It's not clinched yet, but
They also have the tiebreaker, so yeah, unfortunately.
The
Rays would have to win by a full game.
They also get to play Washington for 2 and then Boston. So
nice easy end. They should clinch this up soon.
Oh, you say nice easy end. It's just because they haven't. The Orioles play the exact same teams as Tampa, right?
Yeah.
I think the only difference is Baltimore gets more games against Washington, and Tampa Bay gets more games against Miami. So it is what it is. But Orioles run line probably until they clinch the division, I should say.
Yeah.
They're going for that. They're going for the 100 wins. They're at 97. Go O's.
There you go.
I think Sun might get it done. No, I don't think they do. Morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Untouchable. I like Sun and the over. I can see the over. Pass. DMV battle sprinkle on the Nats first 5. Orioles full game run line. So a double result? I don't hate that.
That's threading the needle.
For the first quarter, I do -2.5 and -5.5. I think they win by 20 plus. Honestly, what's stopping I don't see the Aces losing another game this entire postseason. But we'll see. Let's head to this game, Nick, which one team is eliminated. One team is still fighting to hold on to a wild card, I believe.
Yeah, and this was an interesting team yesterday because I remember having everything circled to bet the Diamondbacks, and then I saw the way the market moved, and it kept me off the Diamondbacks, and it actually had me leading Yankees at the end, and I never pulled the trigger. Sometimes maybe I just need to flip sides. But the Blue Jays now -160 with a total of 7 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in the spot. Michael King and Kevin Gausman. Line opened up at a 170. It's down to a 159. So this line has moved down. And the line opened up at a 7.5. It's down to a 7. So a move towards the under and a move towards these Yankees in this spot here. Let's take a look at the cash flow for this one here, as we have the the Yankees getting 67% of the tickets and 70% of the cash. The line's moving towards them. And then 73% of the tickets and 85% of the cash is on the over. And yet this line's moving towards the under in this one. Here, we look at Ballpark Pal in the spot for Toronto. It is 0%. This is one of the better hitting conditions on the slate other than Coors Field. 0%, -4% home runs, -2% double triples, +3% singles. This is where offense dries up this season when we have one of the top conditions being 0%. Michael King has been phenomenal as of late. 1.4 ERA, 0.97 WHIP, 13.68 strikeouts per 9, which is 39%. 0.7 walks per 9 and 397 BABIP, but a 0.45 FIP and a 2.14 SIERA. And they have been stretching him out a little bit as of late. Kevin Gausman on the other side, 3.58 ERA, 1.41 WHIP, 12.04 strikeouts per 9, which is 30%, 4.88 walks per 9, a 3.18 BABIP, a 3.73 FIP, and a 4.07 SIERA. An advantage going towards these Toronto Blue Jays, 3.85 FIP, 3.90 SIERA compared to 4.02 and 4.24. The hitting advantage does go towards the Blue Jays, 115 WRC plus, which is 6th, compared to 82, which is 28th. Now, for me, I would play the Yankees before I would lay the chalk with the Blue Jays in this spot. Also, if I'm not mistaken, this is a back-to-back. Both these pitchers just faced each other. Michael King, in his last appearance, did go 7 innings, struck out 13. He gave up 1 earned run and 5 hits. That was the 6-1 loss where all the runs were scored at the end. And then on the flip side, in that game, Gausman was really strong as well. He went 6 innings, struck out 10, gave up no earned runs on 3 hits. So both these pitchers absolutely shoved last time. And I feel like seeing both these pitchers shove last time is probably enough to keep me off the under. Because these two teams just saw each other, and both those pitchers combined for 13 innings pitched and only 1 earned run. I think maybe a second time seeing them in a week, these pitchers can get hit a little bit here. And I kind of lean Yankees for this matchup. Maybe a Yankee first 5 type of spot. What is that now? I might move on this Yankees first 5, actually. And just because you have to win doesn't mean you will win. As we will probably see throughout the last week here with some of these wildcard teams. Plus 143 for the Yankees first 5. I'm kind of tempted on that. I might pull the trigger on it.
Yeah, Yankees get a unique opportunity, just like the Mets and the Pirates. They get to play spoiler. They get to play spoiler the rest of the year because they get Toronto and I believe Tampa again, right? Do they get Toronto? Oh, they get Kansas City. Never mind. I don't know who gets Tampa Bay then. But I know that you get like back and like you get a bunch of interesting matchups coming up for the rest of the year. I think I would normally say I don't trust Gausman to cover a run line. Well, the Toronto Blue Jays have actually won 4 out of his last 5 starts and covered the run line in 4 out of and all of the wins, which is a little bit interesting because earlier on in the year they could not cash him a run line for the life of him. He's pitched a lot better, and if this Toronto team makes the playoffs, as that the second wild card, you have to go up against Tampa. That's gonna be a really good wild card series. I think Tampa probably takes it. But the pitching advantage in that series could go towards Toronto. And just how the way they've been looking. Now, Toronto's got to hold on to that wild card spot. Houston, Seattle's dropped back out 1.5 games back of the wild card now, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is there. Texas is kind of taking over the division. They're going to pretty much clinch it soon. But for this one, you look at it, Yankees already eliminated. Toronto just trying to fight for that wild card spot. I'm not laying a run line now, so this one's going to be a stay away from me.
Yeah, maybe this is a spot where because I kind of project this to be a lower scoring game. Now, watching both these pitchers shove last time kind of make me worried about that. But I can get the Yankees first 5 plus a half at -105. I can easily see this being tied 1-1 or 0-0 at the end of 5 innings. So kind of lean that direction.
There you go. Liberty -8.5 on your card. There you go. It's up to a 9. Gausman just destroyed this lineup last week, over 10 Ks. There you go. King has been good and Judge good historic numbers versus Gausman. So give me the Yanks first 5.
Kind of lean that way. Kind of do.
I kind of do too.
Yeah.
And Kings 2. And King 2. Damn, forgot he had 13 Ks. Wow.
Yeah.
I've been fading these must-win teams. Faded Pods and Mariners last night. That's not really a fair thing that they're must-win teams because they were going up against the Giants and the Astros, which were must-win.
Yeah.
So I don't understand the system there for must-wins, but
I can understand betting against must-win teams because this is when your grip on the back gets too tight.
If both teams are must-win, then how can you do that?
Exactly. I'm not saying either of those were. I can understand betting against them, though. Betting against the narrative that these teams have to win.
Yeah. Blue Jays run line on your card. Good luck, dude. Taking Reds and D-backs first 5 2-teamer, continuing to bet against the least profitable pitchers in baseball. Who did the Diamondbacks get today? Jose Urena. Yeah, I like that. As much as the Yankees got beat by Blue Jays lately, pass. There you go. I like the White Sox tonight. White Sox are still playing. Oh, against Arizona with Jose Urania, who hasn't won a game yet this year. Oh, sorry, they won last game with him. They won last game with him 4-3. Previous that 0-7. Kevin Gossman over 7.5 strikeouts on your card. Okay, I hear you. There you go.
By the way,
speaking about teams that must win.
Yeah. By the way, I just moved on it. New York Yankees first 5 money line plus 143. I just couldn't pass that up. New York Mets are hosting the Miami Marlins. By the way, the Yankees are 17-8 in the last 25 games. It's actually the best record in baseball in that stretch. So a little bit of the Yankees playing really well right now too. The Marlins minus 120 favorites, total of 7.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here between Garrett and Lucchesi. This line opened up at a 130. It's down to a 121. Line opened up at an 8. It's down to a 7.5. So a move towards the under and a move towards the Mets here in this spot. Let's take a look at the line history in this game. Where is Mets and Marlins? Mets and Marlins. There it is. 79% of the tickets, 77% of the cash is on Miami. And this line's moving towards the Mets. 86% of the tickets, 95% of the cash is on the under. And the line has moved towards this under. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal in this spot. Citi Field, one of the worst hitting conditions on the slate, minus 12% runs, minus 5% home runs, minus 12% doubles, triples, minus 7% singles. So this is definitely not hitter-friendly weather. Braxton Garrett and Joey Lucchesi. Garrett, 0.83 ERA, 0.97 whip, 7.989 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%, 2.49 walks per nine, a 250 BABIP, but 2.61 FIP, and a 4.20 SIERA. On the flip side, Lucchesi's not been he's been good. 1.42 ERA, 1.26 whip. Wow, that's kind of a high whip for his ERA there. 4.97 walks strikeouts per nine, which is 13%. He walks 3.55 per nine, 282 BABIP, a 3.81 FIP, and a 5.15 SIERA. Bullpen advantage actually goes towards the Mets as of late. 4.34 FIP, 4.27 SIERA compared to 4.99 and 4.28. Hitting advantage going towards the Marlins, 108 WRC plus, which is 11th, compared to 97, which is 19th. This is not a game I think I'm going to get to. The markets are telling me the Mets. I just don't know if I can trust Lucchesi at the moment. I think it's dog or pass in this spot. Must win does not mean will win. And that's for the Marlins here. So if you're somebody looking to fade must-win teams, you are on the Mets today. I would lean towards the Mets. I am not betting the Mets.
Yeah, I can't bet the Mets either. It's not really something I want to go after. I said I wasn't going to bet another Mets game the rest of the year, and that's gonna stand pat. I actually prefer them to lose. Where are they currently in terms of MLB Draft Simulator? They're currently. That's not the right one that I want. Tankathon. They are currently 7th. They need to move up one more slot. They're currently a game and a half behind the Angels. We need the Angels to start winning. But they're against Texas, so that's probably not going to happen. Right now, the Mets would have a 5.5% chance at a lottery pick. So far, there's 3 teams that have a 16% chance at getting the lottery. Those are Oakland, Kansas City, and Colorado. It would be quite difficult for the Mets to get one at the moment, but it is what it is. I want the Mets to start losing games, and I'm not betting them, so this one's going to be a stay away from me.
Fair.
Nick, I'll take that first 5. There you go. Taking the Man of Steel against the Cruise Control Braves, Cubs money line, tiny sprinkle, and Cubs reverse run line. Get it, dude. Taking the usual Marlins, Nerfy, and maybe Mets first 5.
I could see it.
There you go. Dinger Tuesday. Who do you got?
Well, we'll go to that game that he just mentioned there with the Cruise Control Braves. I'm going to go ahead and take Cody Bellinger.
I was thinking the same guy. But anyways, I already bet the Marlins. Live movement seems to have 50-50 accuracy to me. I just looked at Tampa Bay last night. Yeah.
Sharps are not always right. It is what it is. They got murdered.
We got this game before, Nick, though.
Yeah, and I've already moved on this one. This is one of the ones I moved on already. I moved on it last night. Tampa Bay Rays minus 130 favorites, total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot. Everything was correlating for me when I bet it last night. It still somewhat is. The line opened up at a 123, and now it's a 127. Last night it was up to a 132. When I bet it, it was a 129. Line opened up at an 8.5. It's down to an 8. So a move towards the under and a move towards these Tampa Bay Rays. I've noticed a lot of these totals are moving towards the under. That's what happens when the weather is more under weather now. 80% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on the under. That'll also do it. 91% of the tickets and 91% of the cash is on the Rays. That makes me very, very nervous. And that's probably going to keep me off of doubling up on them and betting the first 5 as well. Because I'm already on the full game money line with Tampa here. Taking a look at Ballpark Pal for Fenway Park here. It's actually one of the worst hitting conditions on the slate. Minus 9% runs, minus 35% home runs, plus 12% doubles, triples, plus 2% singles. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here, it's a good one, at least for Tampa side. Zach Eflin and Tanner Houck. Eflin, 2.86 ERA, 0.95 whip, 11.12 strikeouts per 9, which is 32%, 1.27 walks per 9, a 309 BABIP, but a 2.24 FIP and a 2.96 ERA, suggesting that his BABIP should come down, which means his ERA should get better, which means he should be pitching better than a 2.86 ERA. On the flip side, Houck, 4.44 ERA, 1.60 whip, 9.25 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 4.44 walks per 9, a 338 BABIP, a 4.66 FIP, and a 4.59 SIERA. Bullpen advantage does go towards Tampa here. They have arguably the best bullpen in baseball, 2.89 FIP, 2.81 SIERA. That bullpen is just monster after monster after monster. I think this is why Tampa could be a team that people are sleeping on. On the other side, 5.01 FIP and a 4.57 SIERA. Hitting advantage goes towards the Rays, 103 WRC plus, which is 14th, compared to 84, which is 25th. I wouldn't be. I've already locked in on the Rays, minus 129. I bet that last night. I did a free pick video for it. I'm on the Rays in this game. The money coming in on this game is going to keep me away from betting the first 5 as well. But this Tampa Bay team is all of a sudden turning into a team that nobody's talking about. Like, I know they got off to that hot start, and a lot of people liked them early in the year. They've cooled off a little bit, and that bullpen's still elite. Their starting rotation's still really strong, even with McClanahan and Rasmussen and Springs, and there was one more, Fleming, and there was, I think, one more that were all in the IR. And this rotation's still sick. So I think the Tampa Bay Rays may be a team that are getting slept on a little bit now. I'm on the Rays here, money line, in this spot, minus 129.
Hey, all I'll say is a Rays Orioles ALDS will be fantastic. And I mean, we already mentioned they'll have a good series against Toronto. Yeah, this is a Rays team. We're not selling them short. This is a Rays team that's got the fourth best record in baseball, second best record in the American League, and they're a wild card team.
Disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Yeah.
Not to mention they have the third best run differential in baseball, only behind Atlanta and LA, the Dodgers, obviously. This is a good Tampa Bay team. We're not selling them short. They have had a fantastic season. Unfortunately for them, they have somebody in their division that's been even hotter, which we saw last year, and we'll see how it goes. I do like the Tampa Bay Rays in this spot. It's my boy Zach Eflin. I've been backing him all year. So sign me up for a little bit of Tampa Bay Rays. At that number, I would have to run line it. What would be the run line? Plus 135 area. So I do like Tampa in this game.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find where you can find the Rays injured list right now, and I think here's why people are not as high on the Rays now as they were earlier. Here's their injured list: Luke Raley, Shane Baz, that was the one I was missing, Garrett Clevenger, Jose Siri, Shane McClanahan, Drew Rasmussen, Jeffrey Springs, Brandon Lau. Like, they're missing a lot of talent right now, and they're still winning baseball games.
Yeah. Real quick with that, I was scrolling through Twitter. I saw an interesting stat with the AL East. If the Baltimore Orioles clinched the American League East division this week, they would have the same amount of division titles as the New York Yankees do in the last 10 years for a fraction of the cost.
1, 2. Okay. I feel like every American League East team has won the division within the last 6 years.
Actually, let me go look that up. AL East.
And when you do that,
division.
we'll go over to the chat.
Cool.
Anybody like Commanders versus Eagles? I wanted the Eagles at 7. It's an 8.5 now. I had that game, I think, projected around a 9.5, 10. So I'd still lean Eagles at the moment, but I'm probably not betting it. Eflin hasn't lost an away game since mid-July. It's going to take a lot of discipline to not overbet this. 2. What do you mean 2?
2. Orioles and Yankees would both have 2. The team that's leading with the most division titles in the last 10 years with 4 is the Boston Red Sox. Orioles did in 2014 with a 96-66 record under the manager of Buck Showalter. They lost in the CS to the Kansas City Royals.
So are the Blue Jays the only team to not win the division in the last? No, they won it in 15, right?
2015, they won the division. They had a fairly similar success rate in the playoffs. A loss in the ALCS to the Kansas City Royals.
Yep. I'm liking the Cubs today. Me too. I'm already on the Cubs money line. We'll get into that next game. Rays first 5 maybe. Yeah. Can't run line with a total going under. Too dangerous. You just play the minus 127 or whatever they are. Rays are 9-2 versus the Red Sox this year. Yeah, I do like the Rays. But we'll move on to the next matchup here. Keep it moving along. Atlanta Braves, minus 130, total of 9.5 against these Chicago Cubs. And, yeah, the Braves are coming in off of winning 3 out of 4 against the Nationals. But they're kind of on cruise control right now, we noticed, since they've locked up the division. This line opened up at a 143. It's down to a 130. So a move towards these Chicago Cubs. Line opened up at a 9.5 at minus 105. It's down to a 9.5 at even money. Let's take a look at the cash flow here in this spot, where we have 38% of the tickets and 95% of the cash is on these Chicago Cubs. So the big bets coming in on the Cubbies at the moment. 55% of the tickets and 72% of the cash is on the over. And the line, did it move towards the under or towards the over? I'm trying to remember. It has moved towards the under slightly. So that's kind of interesting there. Taking a look at Truist Field in Atlanta, Georgia, 0%. Minus 7% home runs, plus 2% double triples, plus 3% singles. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here in this spot, where we have Justin Steele and Bryce Edler. Steele 3.90 ERA, 1.13 WHIP, 11.10 strikeouts per 9, which is 31%. 1.5 walk per 9, a 3.51 BABIP, a 2.16 FIP, and a 2.79 CR. The guy has been top 3 for the Cy Young for most of the season. Bryce Edler has been somebody that I've looked to bet against. 4.88 ERA, 1.45 WHIP, 7.48 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%, 3.58 walks per 9, a 2.96 BABIP, but a 5.14 FIP and a 4.86 Sierra. Open advantage does go towards the Cubs, 4.23 FIP, 4.82 Sierra compared to 5.47 and 4. A flat 4 there for the Braves. Hitting advantage does go towards the Braves, 121 WRC plus, which is 8th, compared to 102, which is 16th. But that being said, I've already moved on the Cubs at plus 120, and I'm going to double down on them here in the first 5 innings. And you can get the Cubs first 5 at plus 105. I'm going to be on both. I'm backing the better pitcher here in this spot at plus money with Justin Steele. This Cubs team cares more right now, probably. And now this could easily be one of those you bet against the team that has to win type of situations. But with that being said, I think this situation is really well right now for the Cubbies in this spot. So I'm taking Cubbies first 5 plus 105, full game plus 120.
Yeah, I put this one out last night on what do you call it? On Ball Out. I like the Cubbies. As you mentioned, the Atlanta Braves are just on cruise control right now. Justin Steele, I will say, is coming off of 2 awful games in a row.
Oh, that makes me like him even more.
Which he's allowed 12 earned runs in the last 9 innings. In a combined, they lost 19-11 in those 2 games.
Yes.
Yeah, so they have not looked good. Now, the Atlanta Braves just took 3 out of 4 from the Washington Nationals. Whoop-de-doo, who cares? After losing 2 out of 3 to the Phillies and being swept by the Marlins. This Atlanta Braves team, they're on cruise control. I think at this point, how many games are they up on the Doll Hairs? They're 156. So 3 games in the loss column, 4 games there. So that would be 3.5 games ahead with 6 games to go. I believe Atlanta holds the tiebreaker, so I think they need to win 1 more game, or the Dodgers have to lose 1 more game in order for the Braves to clinch the 1 seed in the National League. So Braves on kind of cruise control. It's this low for it. The fact that the Braves are only minus 130 at home is crazy. I know it's the Man of Steel. Give me the Cubs money line in this one.
I like it. I like the Cubbies a lot in this one.
There you go. Anyone like the Commanders
I already
versus
mentioned
the
that
Eagles? One. Oh, you did? Which one are you up to now? Oh, shoot. Wow. USC spread this weekend or Colorado? I'm on USC minus 17.5 from halftime at the Colorado game last week. Now it's up to like a 21.5, 22.5, something in that range. So
yeah, the more and more I look at it, I think this will be the first week I don't bet against Colorado.
Well, we already have USC up on the site, so
yeah, but I mean, if this gets back up to a 23, I might grab the Buffaloes plus the points.
No. I mean Cubs, yes. Supness, Lex, you're alive. Good to know. We were worried about you for a little bit. We hadn't seen you in a while. Good to see that you're alive. Good morning, Nathan. Nick, I'm guessing you have to go. I'll let you talk.
I still have 8 minutes. We're good.
Oh, okay. My bad. I saw you packing up stuff.
Oh, because my phone's fully charged. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Let's try to run through at least 2 more games with you then.
Yeah, Brewers are minus 155 favorites, total of 8 against these St. Louis Cardinals. The Brewers are getting close to clinching that division, right? If I'm not mistaken.
They have a lucky number of 1 for the last week. So
heard. Line opened up at a 152. It's up to a 165. So the market's suggesting that today they get it done. Line opened up at an 8 minus 110, and very rare actually for this one. It's gone up to 8.5. So a move towards the over, a very rare move towards the over for today's slate. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game. We have no cash flow on this total. We do have 77% of the tickets, 86% of the cash is on the Brewers in this spot. So that probably explains the line move towards Milwaukee in this one. Taking a look at the the ballpark pal for this one here from Milwaukee, minus 3% runs, plus 5% home runs, minus 6% double triples, minus 3% singles. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here for this one, where it is Adrian Hauser and Zach Thompson. Hauser, a 5.54 ERA, 1.42 whip, 7.96 strikeouts per 9, which is 21%, 3.46 walks per 9, a 3.11 BABIP, a 4.64 FIP, and a 4.75 SIERA. On the flip side, Hauser, 4.85 ERA, 1.23 whip, 7.62 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%, 2.08 walks per 9, a 2.89 BABIP, a 4.26 FIP, and a 4.19 SIERA. Bullpen advantage going towards these Milwaukee Brewers, 3.73 FIP, 4.07 SIERA compared to 5.27 and 4.77. Hitting advantage also goes towards the Brewers, 104 WRC plus, which is 13th, compared to 84, which is 26th. I think this is the game that the Brewers finally wrap up the National League Central. Wow, they're up to a minus 175 now. Is that real? Or are they down to a 165? If they're still a 165 here, I think I might take the minus half first 5 and the minus 1 full game. With the Milwaukee Brewers, I think this is the spot where they clinch the division tonight.
So I'm not going to bet this game, but I will recommend something. I'm already going to lock in for tomorrow the Cardinals on the money line.
Ooh.
If you like the Milwaukee Brewers, or on the contrary, if you like the Atlanta Braves tonight, go and bet the Cardinals now because they're at plus 140. And if the Brewers win tonight, or if the Cubs lose tonight, Brewers clinch the division. Brewers are sitting a lot of players tomorrow. So this is your opportunity to go and get it now. Nick, can I recommend maybe putting up on the site?
I do like the
early?
Brewers tonight, so I'm fine with that.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one. And oh, no, never mind. It's not even available yet. Cool. I want to put the I will be on the Cardinals tomorrow if one of those two results happen tonight. Am I betting the Brewers tonight? No, I'm not laying 155, 165 or the run line on the Brewers right now. But this is a spot I'm going to stay off of today. Bet the Cardinals as soon as you can for tomorrow. If you can get it before the game, that's even better.
Correct, because I don't know if it'll move too much. Like if they win tonight, maybe it might, but I think it'll move more tomorrow when they announce their lineups. The Brewers.
Okay, that's fair. I think Buffalo cover, but I'm off. I don't think so. I think USC is a better team. So out there, 1.2% away on a Cubs with y'all. There you go. Let's go Cubs. Colorado game. Okay. Bears should draft Little Sanders. Bears should be relegated down to the USFL. We should bring up the St. Louis Battlehawks. I came on, but it was with other people. Okay, the show, the Mega Ultra all day. Yeah, I got you. I wasn't on last week. Brewers, yes. Packers, yes. Money line parlay on your card. Let's get it. Let's go Packers. I like that idea, Tim. Cardinals are the kings of winning meaningless games.
More like the Brewers are going to punt that game.
Yeah. I do like the Brewers tonight. I like the Brewers too, but I'm not betting them tonight. So
I have moved on the Brewers. Yep, I moved on the Brewers first 5, -0.5, and -105. Full game -1, -118. I like the Brewers tonight. Final game that I'm going to go over here, and there's 3 more games after this. I will cap those, and I'll let you know in a little bit there on those, or not cap them, but like fully look over them, see what I'm going to bet, and things along those lines. Heading to the final matchup here, as we have the Chicago White Sox and the Arizona Diamondbacks. What a matchup! Zach Davies versus Jose Urena. What a matchup! Line opened up at 140. It's up to a 144. Line opened up at a 9.5 even money. It's down to an 8.5 at -128. So it's moved almost a full run down. That's kind of crazy with these pitchers. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup. 63% of the tickets and 84% of the cash are back in the under in a Urena Davies game. Okay, 13% of the tickets and 48% of the cash is on the White Sox. The line has moved towards the Diamondbacks, but only 4 cents, so nothing crazy there. We have Chase Field, right? We're in Chicago. If I can find where we are, we're in Chicago. Guaranteed rate field, 0% runs, 11% home runs, -18% doubles, triples, +4% singles. The pitching matchup here between Urena and Davies. Davies has been bad. 5.32 ERA, 1.59 WHIP, 9.41 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 4.5 walks per nine, a 355 BABIP, a 4.12 FIP, and a 4.67 SIERA. On the flip side, Urena, 4.41 ERA, 1.04 WHIP, 8.27 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 1.11 walks per nine, 267 BABIP, a 4.36 FIP, and a 3.76 SIERA. The bullpen advantage does go towards Arizona, 4.36 FIP, 4.30 SIERA compared to 4.81 and 4.85. Hitting advantage slightly towards the Diamondbacks here, 87 WRC plus, which is 23, compared to 82, which is 27. So now looking at the way these teams are hitting, I'm not surprised the totals move down here in this spot. But looking at the spot for me, this may surprise some people. I'm interested in the White Sox here. This is definitely a spot where White Sox early. My bad. Let me emphasize this. White Sox first 5. I'm interested in the White Sox in this game. And I'm gonna move on Chicago first 5. Only the first 5. And this is one of those spots where you can use your angle of betting against teams that have to win. I don't use that angle at all, but I think that's a decent look for this game. The White Sox have nothing to lose, and the Diamondbacks are in a heated race right now. I'm on the White Sox here, first 5 at plus 118. Big difference between the first 5 and the full game. Kind of tells me that they do have the edge for the first 5 here as well. So that's what I'm going to end on here is the Chicago White Sox first 5 at plus 118.
Yeah, there's zero chance I'm doing that.
I'm going to head on out here.
Jose Urena has been awful this year. He finally got his first win of the year in his last start against Washington. Previous to that, he was 0-7. Granted, 5 of those games were in April, but I'm not trusting Urena. Not even a chance. And Arizona, I know it's a need to win game for them, but I'm not fading them because I also have Arizona to make the playoffs, and they're currently tied with Chicago for that second wild card spot and a game ahead of Miami. So I kind of am rooting for the Mets today, but this is the Cubs and Arizona are 2 teams that I really want to be winning games to come the stretch, because with my futures that would really, really help, considering I have both of them to make the playoffs. Arizona at plus 450 and the Cubbies at plus 325. So I'm really hoping we can get both of those to go our way, and hopefully a good series from the Padres too. But anyways, I like Arizona in this game. Am I laying 145? No. Am I looking towards the run line? Maybe. But I'm rooting for Arizona for my futures. Get it? Go Pack, go! Yes. White Sox, no. How about Bears degrade? I think they should drop down to the USFL. I think they might do a little bit better down there. Only bet last night was Hurts anytime score. Still had to sweat it out. That game pissed me off. Thumbs up. White Sox over. I could see an over. 1-800-GAMBLER. It's not a 1-800 when there's still a team in there. Over should be the play. There you go. Let's go White Sox. Yes. No, not White Sox. No. Arizona. Yurfie, Cubs. Braves game. DK giving out a boost. I normally don't bet Nerfies. But I'm hoping that Cubs get out and score early and often. So, sure. And the Braves are one of the best scoring teams in the first inning. So I would lean towards a Yurfie, but I don't really bet those things. White Sox team total over. I could see that. But money line, no. That last Packers game still sucked. As a Saints fan, Winston is trash. Maybe we can sign a competent QB like competent quarterback, ECU legend Holton Ahlers. I like what you did there. I was hoping the Jets would sign him. If the Jets signed Holton Ahlers, I would get a new Jets jersey instantly. Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. Oh, we're going into college football now. I do have a couple looks for college football. WKU against MTSU. That line is dropped. I don't know about that one. I'll have to look a little bit deeper into it. We'll see. Shitty weather here in Chicago. That's fair. Lions owe me lunch money from those primetime miracles they pulled off against Kansas City and Green Bay. Let's go Packers. Yes. Orioles run line. Yes. Jets to sign Nathan Rourke. No, I want to sign players from actual leagues. So no, I'm good. We'll head to the Texas Rangers and the LA Angels. I got to pull back up my baseball because I was looking at college football. Rangers minus 175 with a total of 9. And this Rangers team just doesn't lose. They have now won 6 in a row. They swept Seattle, which kind of took Seattle out of the playoffs. They're pretty much done at this point. And the Angels are fighting for something. They should keep losing games because they currently are in that 6th spot for the draft lottery. They need to keep losing games if they want to hold on to that. So I look at this one. I'm not really interested in going after sides. Reed Detmer's taking on Cody Bradford. Bradford is it's a bullpen game. It's a bullpen game for the Rangers. Reed Detmers has not been as good as I was hoping that this year. Although the Angels have won 3 out of his last 4 starts, and the only one they lost was in extra innings. Reed Detmers has looked a little bit better as of late, but am I touching a Angels team that's lost 8 out of 10? Absolutely not. I think this one's just another stay away from me. I will have looks towards the last 2 games, though. Under 9. Good. Jets should straight up trade for Ravens backup quarterback and move forward. No, I don't think so. I really wish they went after Jameis. I want to go after Jameis Winston, but that's just me. I had the under yesterday. There you go. It's an ugly play, but maybe Detmers, Angels first 5. I'm not going to talk you off of it, but the Rangers are they pretty much locked up the division at this point. So let's head to this one. Both these 2 teams have potential of being eliminated today. And that would consist of the Padres winning and then the Diamondbacks or Cubbies both winning. So both of them have to win, yeah. So 2 teams could get eliminated in one day, and they're playing each other. And I look at this one. I think the Giants get eliminated before the Padres do, or I think they get eliminated at the same time. I do like the Padres in this game. Yes, I know that they had that ugly game last night where they lost 2-1. This is still a team that's pretty hot right now. They've won 8 out of 10. Kind of a late surge at the end of the year that's going to end up turning up to be nothing, and they're going to end up completely ruin their draft stock, but it is what it is for them. I lean towards I like the Padres in this game. Although when I gave it out on Ball and Out, they didn't start the other game yet. So I didn't know what was going to happen in that game. I kind of like them a little bit less today. But this is still a team that's fighting. The elimination number for the Giants is 2. The elimination number for the Padres is 1. So a Padres loss or a Cubs or Arizona win, both of them winning, would knock them out of the playoffs altogether. Giants would have to have both. They would have to lose, and then Arizona and Cubs both have to win. So this is a spot I'm not really going after this game anymore. I liked the Padres last night. That was before the thing happened. Before the Giants won last night. Angels team total over. I could see the Angels team total over. I'm just not going to really touch it. Angels took first 5 yesterday. I didn't think it would happen again. Rangers first 5. I'm not going to go after the Rangers, though. I think that price is too much. This one should be a fun game. And this one's got a lot of impact on it because this series in general, Seattle's not done, but they need they need to really get going again. The Mariners are minus 140, total of 8. It's Christian Javier and George Kirby. Both these 2 teams are struggling, losing 7 out of their last 10. It's kind of just been rough roads for both teams. I lean towards Seattle to get out of to try to make into a wild card spot. Currently, Houston's got them by a game and a half, and they still get to play each other for, I believe, 2 more games. So this is a spot. This is a big series. Not to mention Seattle has to still play Texas again. So technically Seattle still very much in this because they get to go up against the teams that are better. But if they're going to keep struggling, different story. Houston gets Arizona next, so we'll see with that. I would lean towards Seattle in this game, but I'm not laying minus 140, and I'm not touching a run line with them when they haven't been able to win games in general. They've lost 4 straight. But this one is going to end up being a pass for me. Although it would take pretty much Seattle to run the table in order for them to win the division. No, they have to run the table. So they have an elimination number for the division of 3. I believe it's 5 for the wild card. So get in there. Astros were hitting the ball easily yesterday. The Mariners look for a zone. I didn't watch the game, so I'll trust you on that one. That is all the games for today. All the baseball games. So there you go. If you guys, hold on. Actually, we have to do. this first. Hold on. Come on, mouse. There we go.
Housekeeping.
If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, share. Do all the good stuff for show support. Check out all the links in the description below. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks, and Parleys Premium Plays. Merch, TikTok, ESP Shorts, and the EarleSportsBets.com website. It's all linked down below. Especially those big 4 links: YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Lots of content. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the channel, $4.99 a month, 16 cents a day. You get a complete card for the NFL, complete card for the college football, which I'll be starting to look at today. There are some spots I already like. You guys would get 3 to 4 days of college basketball when that comes up, and then 2 to 3 days each of NBA and NHL when that starts up in less than a month. So lots and lots of stuff coming up. We're super, super excited for all of it. Don't bet tennis. I don't. Strohs, good luck. F the Frauds, that choke job last night showed why they're frauds. Sorry. Yes, correct. Obviously, they had a very disappointing season, but at least they're still in the race at this point. But recap for today, I like the Reds. Orioles are on line lines per usual. I like the Rays, the Cubs. I mentioned to bet the Cardinals for tomorrow as soon as you guys can, especially if you think Milwaukee wins tonight. I like the D-backs, but I'm not laying 145. And then I like the Mariners, but I'm not laying 140. So those are kind of my plays for today. Crip, Joe, thumbs up. Oh, and I like both favorites in the WNBA. Normally don't go super chalky, but today I'm going to. So that's going to be the plays for today. Good luck, everybody, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Peace out.